Hello everyone, it is Susan and welcome to my channel. So today I'm working on the Wreath prompt for the Roxy Journal of Stitchery project, volume 2. And I have an idea, so so I'll be using these fabrics to make my wreath, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But first, so this is my, obviously my deer and my tag prompt, and that's going to get sewn. Here's the cover of my journal, and that's going to be sewn there. And then this is my first set of pages. So I need to cover that with a fabric. So I was just trying to think, would it be best to do a fabric like this to put the wreath on with these fabrics? I like that look. I think that that would be pretty. But I don't know that like these lighter color ones, would they show up enough on here? Or is it best to use something darker and solid? And if we had this on here, then as I make my wreath, yeah, you would be able to see the light colors and the darker colors really, really well. Okay, so I just answered my own question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let's cut this so that we can work on it. Let's see if it'll tear. Ooh, nope, that is not tearing. So let me... It's very heavy fabric. All right, so if this is going to go on here like that, it's not super straight, but that's all right, we can fix it. Then I'm going to cut down here. Just want to get it a little straighter than what I'm doing. Like that. Okay, so I think that that is a good choice for sure. This looks like this is the top, it's shinier. So we're going to use this as our block, and that's going to go on there. So what I'm going to do is, there is, well, I don't know if I should call it a technique, but there is something that I do like to do in preparation to make, well, I consider it couching, right? What I'm going to do to make the wreath. And to prep my fabrics for couching, what I do is I take the fabric and I twist it. And then I just take a needle and thread and just kind of go through it, just to have it so where it doesn't unwind. And it will unwind just a little bit, but for the most part, it will hold the shape. It will hold the shape enough to where we can couch it onto the fabric. All right. And I'm using some pearl thread to do this, but you don't need to. I just happen to have this next to me and I grabbed it. It was already on the needle. So I will do this same thing with those 3 other fabrics. Now, if I left them all this long, it's going to be much too long, right? So I'm going to have to figure out how long I need each of these. So if I cut that, right? So what will happen is that I'm going to end up couching this around to make a wreath. So if I want to use all 4 of these fabrics, maybe I'll end up going with 3, but I really wanted to do 4. So I have to figure that out, right? Like, well, first I'll have to cut them because like this one's way too long. So let me do that. And I'm going to go ahead and go on fast forward just a little bit here, just so I can work on this. And then I will be back. And now I'm going to take those 4 pieces and I'm going to sew them into a circle. And I'm leaving it very shabby chic looking. Now some of like that fraying and the unevenness of it it'll smooth out, so to speak, once I actually couch that wreath onto this fabric. All right, so that is going to be my wreath. So now I have to make some decisions. I thought about couching it with this yarn. So I could do that. And then I thought, well, do I want to put any lace or anything on here, or do I just leave it really as simple as just having a wreath on this beautiful green fabric, right? So what do you do? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I think like that looks super pretty. That looks super pretty, doesn't it? It's like the right color and everything. All right, so that's probably going to go up there. So I'll just cut a piece of that off. And I like that. And when I have this around it, like, and then, then if I stitch with this as well, you know, maybe I'll do some cantha stitches. Okay, so for today, we're gonna leave it here. And so I'll come back next week and we are going to couch the wreath on here. And that's going to be it for this page. And I'm keeping it much more simple for this volume 2 journal. And okay, so this has definitely shrunk as I stitched. So let me kind of zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so as you can see that when it comes time to sew that onto this block, it shrunk. So I'm gonna have to put, I think, some more of this lace, but out here. And that's fine. That'll look fine. I have no problem doing that. So, but we will finish it up next Wednesday. So thank you so much for being here, and thanks to Rachel and Sarah. And their YouTube channel links are below. And this is basically how it's going to look with a little bit of lace over here. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next Wednesday. Alrighty, bye-bye, everybody.